Hello guys, so how are you doing today? So today I would like to talk to you about what are the wealth-giving planets as per Vedic astrology. A lot of people have different understanding about wealth in Vedic astrology. Can the wealth prospects can be predicted as per checking the horoscope is something that people are not aware of it. And that is the reason they keep exploring the YouTube videos to find out the answers, right? So I'm very much kind enough to share this information with you. I don't mind sharing it. Not many astrologers always keep their knowledge with them and they don't share the information, but I'm here to provide you the knowledge. But let me tell you what are the wealth-giving planets as per Vedic astrology. Let me tell you the first most important planet that you need to check whether you have wealth yoga in the horoscope is Jupiter. Planet Jupiter plays a major role in terms of deriving the wealth in your life. Then the second planet that you need to check for wealth profile is planet Venus. Venus also represents luxuries. Venus also represents wife in the male's birth chart. So you need to analyze the placement of planet Jupiter, planet Venus to understand about wealth profile in your birth chart. Alright, and also you got to see your second house and the 11th house as well. If at all you have a strong planets placed in the second house, if at all you have strong planets placed in the 11th house, that is also an indication that you will be having very good wealth profile during that point of time. Whenever that planetary Mahadasha or Antradasha comes, obviously your wealth, your financial stability will come to a rise. Right? So that's what you need to think about in terms of understanding Vedic astrology. So it's not about just analyzing the horoscope, it's not about just checking the zodiac signs. We have to always balance, we have to always understand about a different set of planetary alignment in your birth chart, because 5th house planet talks about love, romance, Purva Punyasthan, even the 9th house talks about good fortune. But that good fortune may not be a wealth. That's what you need to understand. So if at all you are planning to check for wealth profile in your Vedic astrology, as per Sage Parashara Hora Shastra, you got to analyze the second house with a microscopic eye. And also you got to check the D2 chart. D2 chart is nothing but a wealth chart which you need to also check, and also of course the Navamsha chart, because Navamsha chart will get activated after the age of 30. So if at all you are above 30, then we have to analyze the D1 chart as well as D9 chart to understand about wealth prospects. Okay, so to conclude this video, what I would like to say is the wealth giving planets are basically second lord as well as 11th lord in your horoscope for your particular birth chart. But if you logically or technically speaking as per Vedic astrology, Jupiter and Venus are considered as the most auspicious planets considering wealth in the Vedic as per the Vedic birth chart. Okay, so we need to analyze the placement of planet Jupiter, we need to analyze the placement of planet Venus. What are the aspects Jupiter is receiving? Which zodiac sign the Jupiter is placed? Okay, and along with Jupiter, is there any conjunction planet? Okay, we have to analyze that as well. If at all Jupiter is with any malefic planet like Rahu or Ketu, then obviously you will be able to make the wealth, but you will not be able to make best use of it. Okay, so you might have undergone, a lot of people will get losses in speculation. That happens if at all you have Rahu conjunction with Jupiter. Rahu is the planet which affects your growth. Okay, so if at all in the second house you have Rahu, or in the 11th house you have Rahu. 11th house, of course, Rahu is good. If at all is placed positively, it can bring a lot of wealth. But second house Rahu is not so good in terms if at all if Jupiter and Rahu are placed together, then that is considered as Guru Chandala Yoga. So that will bring a lot of problems in your life in terms of your financial growth, and also the financial stability becomes a big question mark during your point of time unless you don't have any benefic aspect happening across second house and the 11th house. And of course in the D9 chart and the D2 chart also to be referred, and most importantly which Mahadasha planet that you are into, who is the planet that is ruling at this point of time. So that also has to be thoroughly checked to understand about your wealth prospects. It's a big subject wherein which I cannot able to explain to you within 5 minutes of time. To understand about your wealth prospects, I would advise you to please book for an astrological consultation, so that would help me to analyze your birth chart from the wealth perspective, and I can provide you the logical answers pertaining to Vedic astrology. Alright, so thank you so much for watching this video. If at all you need my astrological consultations, The link is mentioned in the description section. Do book for an astrological consultation. Once I get a consultation order, I'll be able to help you with a complete analysis pertaining to your individual birth chart. Okay, so if at all you want to learn astrology, please email me with all the details and what is that you are planning to learn from Vedic astrology, so that I'll see that I can able to help you on that as well. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.